Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
When it rains, it grows. Some out-of-control grass makes for one of the top complaints for the city of Fargo. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mike has the evening off. Recent rains are sure to make your yard look great, but as you tend to your lawn, your neighbor may not be as tidy. Valley News Team's Krista Boehm looks into what it could cost you if you keep your grass growing to unattractive heights.
It's a sight that doesn't go unnoticed in any neighborhood.
The less nice lawns that have weeds growing in them that are several feet high, you wonder when they're actually going to get around to mow it.
An unattractive look that Tom Greaves understands can be difficult to control after weeks of rainfall sprouted heavy growth.
Recently, with all the rain, I know it's been hard to get out and actually mow. So you kind of give some people the benefit of the doubt.
But not everyone does. More than 50 complaints have come in about Fargo neighborhood lawns taking over since April.
With 55 right now, I can see where we're going to be pretty busy all summer long.
When a complaint comes in, inspectors go out and measure. If 30% of your lawn is 8 inches or higher, you're given a 7-day warning to cut it down. If not, someone will come out and cut it for you, but at a cost. Depending on the size of your lawn, the city could charge you anywhere from $75 to $600. And it's a price not for looks, but for your health.
With the large grass, it becomes a mosquito harborage, and we're very concerned with West Nile here in the city. We're also concerned about rodent harborage, and the tall grass will support that.
Though it may not be about looking good and green for the city, it is for neighbors who call in.
It can make a neighborhood seem more attractive and more inviting if the lawns are well taken care of. If you have lawns that aren't very well taken care of, you wonder about the people that live in the neighborhood.
A thought that can turn away potential neighbors if the grass keeps on growing. Krista Boehm, Valley News Live.
The city of Fargo says they handle anywhere from 300 to 500 complaints a season about lawns. The city of Moorhead has a similar ordinance for lawn care. For more information, go to valleynewslive.com. Well, a close call for a rural Minnesota woman who almost got her identity stolen. We have been getting calls for weeks on our whistleblower hotline about a Microsoft scam hitting the valley. Now, the caller claims your computer has been infected and they offer to help. Local law enforcement says that scammers not only want your money, but they're trying to steal your identity. A local woman says she was on the phone with scammers for an hour, giving them information before she finally realized something was fishy.
Then they were going to sell me this program that would ensure that this never happened again. And I said, oh no, this is a scam. Oh no, they assured me it wasn't. And that if I didn't do this, then I wouldn't be able to use my computer.
Microsoft says it will never directly call a customer. The Better Business Bureau has a warning on their website for this scam as well. We've got a link to that on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com, and when you're there, click on the hot button. A daycare provider in Mayville, North Dakota is charged for allegedly hitting a toddler. Angela Rhee is facing a Class B felony charge of abuse or neglect of a child. It happened while the child was in Rhee's care at her in-home daycare. Court documents say Rhee slapped a 1-year-old child, causing redness and bruising on the child's face. Rhee is no longer running the daycare. A toxicology report released today shows us that the shooter who opened fire inside a Grand Forks Walmart last week had a blood alcohol level more than double the legal limit. The report shows Airman Marcel Willis had a reading of .19. That was at the time that he shot and killed a Walmart worker, Greg Weiland, injured another worker, Lisa Braun, and eventually took his own life. Police say they do not have test results yet on whether he had taken any drugs. The orange is already up. Sidewalks are closed and crews are prepping. It's all for a utility replacement project, all tied in with the diversion that's on First Avenue in downtown Fargo. Nearly 100-year-old sewer and water mains need replacing in First Avenue, stretching from 2nd Street to 3rd Street and then tying in with a sewer main on 4th Avenue. But the city's asking downtown residents to foot part of this big bill by redoing the special assessments, which could mean you're going to have to pay more.
Anything to help downtown, I guess, but if it's, me paying extra money for, sewage, lines and it's not coming out of my taxes, then I'm a little bothered by that, I suppose.
Now, there will be a public hearing later this month to further discuss the utility project and voice your opinions on the special assessments. It's Thursday, June 18th, 5:30 p.m. at the City Commission room at Fargo City Hall. The Fargo Engineering Department says they won't begin any of this work, though, really until next year. Things are a lot different now than back in 1973, but one thing remains the same: a ban on crude oil exports. Under current law, the United States cannot export a vast majority of crude oil. But now some lawmakers are pushing to lift that ban with a bill. Now, this is what some gas stations looked like back in the early 70s. You may remember this. Lines of cars waiting to fill up on gas because of an oil embargo, causing the price of oil to shoot up from $3 to $12 a barrel. Price controls were added, but the ban on crude oil exports still wasn't lifted. Senator Heidi Heitkamp says by not lifting this ban, the nation's security could be at risk.
Jeopardize our energy security, because when a product can't find its natural market, people naturally will stop producing it.
Congressman Kevin Cramer is also pushing to lift this ban. He says back then there was a shortage of natural resources. Now there's an abundance.
The technology is what has created the abundance. The oil's always been there. Now we have countless, almost, barrels of recoverable oil just because of the advancements in technology.
This bill has now been referred to the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. Well, in tonight's Healthier Me, it's something that many say is common sense, but it happens all too often: leaving kids in a hot car. In 2014, according to Safe Kids, 30 kids nationwide died because of being left in a hot car. Now, Valley News Team's Macy Enger talked with experts about what parents can do to practice avoiding something like this happening.
Hop in the car, shut the door, and you're off. But when you finally get to the destination, that's where experts say parents need to turn around.
I'll always look back because half the time they'll fall asleep, so they're pretty quiet, but I always just look back just to make sure.
Somebody's just going to run into a grocery store for a quick trip. The car can heat up, I think they say 19 degrees in 10 minutes.
Leaving a child in the car can be tragic. Parents we talked with say they wouldn't overlook their child in the car.
I just know they're in the car. I'm a crazy mom like that.
Don't think I would forget that he's in there.
But it's easy to be distracted with other things, especially for someone else watching the baby.
If you're not the one to take your child to daycare every day, then that's when it gets trickier, because if it's not your natural routine, then you're more likely to forget.
Safety experts say there's a few things parents can do to remember to look behind them. It can be as simple as setting a reminder on your phone, putting a stuffed animal in the car seat, and when baby's on board, put it up front, or buy a window cling thermometer for the car door.
I think any kind of visual reminder.
That way parents only have to worry about not forgetting something on their list. In Fargo, Macy Enger, Valley News Live.
Experts say if you see a child left by themselves in a car, call 911 and report it right away. Starting today, you might have noticed another road closure, this time in Moorhead, 12th Avenue South from 25th Street South to Apple Tree Lane. That will be closed until September for traffic signal improvements and turn lane additions. Southeast Main Avenue will remain open during this time. Drivers are encouraged to find an alternate route and to use the established detour as well.
Valley